We are making some Haitian style conch, aka Lambi, baby. Oh my God, this is so good. It's the bomb. You just gotta try it, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna show you how to clean this. This is the Belize kind. We usually get the ones for Belize. I guess I've always been told get the one that is Belize because that's the best kind from what I heard. But I'm gonna show you how we are going to take care of this now. Right, love. Okay. So as you could see, that orange part right there, that part right there we're gonna cut off, but I'm gonna set that to the side. My aunt always saves that little part right there because we like to put it in something called lurgim. It's like a vegetable stew. So that I'm gonna put to the side. But the part that we want to take off is that black part. We want to take that because we want to expose the white part of the conch. Okay, so basically what you could do is try to like make a little slit on top where you could like get up under the skin, and basically you're gonna pull. Okay, you're basically pulling because you want to expose that beautiful white meat, and it smells absolutely delicious. And conch is just one of those delicious foods from the sea that it doesn't need much depending on how you know how to cook it, but because you don't want to lose the integrity of the conch itself because it has such a beautiful sweet meat. But anyway, we're going to take all that black part off, okay? And conch takes a long time to cook. It takes a long time to cook because if you don't know how to cook it, then it'll be rubbery and so forth, and we don't want it to be rubbery. Now, the part that looks like a two-part, we're going to kind of butterfly it or cut it in half. We're going to start from the tip. Okay, watch your fingers, guys. Watch your fingers, And we're going to cut this in half. And basically by doing it like this, it also helps the meat cook quicker because if you leave it whole in the way, it's going to take forever to cook. Okay, so I'm kind of splitting it down the middle. Okay. And you see what I'm doing? Right there. Okay. And we're just going down the middle. And guys, don't worry. The ingredients are going to be in the description box below. Okay, so here we go. All right. So now, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make like little slits on this. I want to make sure it's nice and white. Okay, there's nothing on there that I don't like. Okay. All right, we got that black part off. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to make some little thin slits across the meat, but you're not going all the way through. You're just making some thin slits. You could pound it, but this helps tenderize it, believe it or not, and it's going to again help with this speeding process of it cooking. Okay. So then I'm going to cut these into some nice bite-sized pieces, and I'm going to throw them back into my water. So take a look at this again. Okay, make sure you take off any pieces that don't look too kosher. Okay, and I'm going to make some little slits. Make sure you don't go all the way through on one side. Then you're going to flip it over and do some little thin slits on the other side. Okay, and again, this is like a tenderizing process, and then you're going to cut it into nice bite-sized pieces. A 5-pound box where I got it from, it was a little costly, like $75 for 5 pounds. So even though it's 5 pounds, and after you clean it, you'll come out with like probably 4 pounds, if that, So, conch is very costly. Okay. I'm going to do another one for you so you can see.
For some reason, right here.
Okay, and those black parts, that's what we want, you know. So basically, again, and when you look down the middle, it's going to have like a thin white yellowish kind of slime in the middle of it, because conch has a little bit of sliminess to it. Okay, so if you could take your you could do it two ways. You could take the tip of your knife and go right up into that black skin, and after that you get a little, once you get a little grip, you just pull it off. Okay, or you could just do a little slit on top like this. Okay, and we're going to pull. She was a little rough though. Okay, now again we're making some slits. On this thinner part, I cut it in half because the other part I'm gonna butterfly it. But on this flat part, I'm making little slits, not all the way through, and this helps tenderize it. Then I'm gonna cut it into bite-sized pieces. Okay. And I have some water that I'm putting it in with some sour orange water and some lemon. Okay, now this part right here, this is the thicker part, and usually the tips of those guys, it might be a little hard, so you could slightly cut off a little bit of the tip, okay, of this. And trust me, once you get this process, it's pretty I mean, it's work, you know, you got to clean it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting that part in half. It's like, it looks like a tube but I'm cutting it in half because again, it's going to help for it to cook quicker, so it won't take forever to cook. Because, you know, again, conch is one of those sea creatures you need to cook for a long time, because if you don't cut it right, then it'll be rubbery. And I'm just making some slits, okay, on each side, okay, to help tenderize it, and then we're going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Okay, basically we stew this. In Haiti, we stew this. You have some other countries, they fry it. I've never had it fried. I've never had it fried before. But I am planning on making this into like a ceviche with some shrimp and for the summer. You know, with this, summer party, sour orange is one of the best. So I got this type right here. All right, and wait, let me shake this bad boy here. All right, and now what it is, I'm not cooking all this. I'm not going to cook all this. I'm going to measure out after I finish cleaning it. It's estimated 5 pounds, but after you clean it and stuff, you know, it'll probably go down a little bit, but you know, don't worry about that. So I'm gonna give this a nice shake. All right, and we're gonna clean this. All right, and you just have to clean it with your lime or lemon. Okay, and what I'm going to do, basically, I got like 3 lemons and 3 limes in here. Okay. It looks foamy, right? Yeah, we're just cleaning it. All right. Some cold water. Okay, I'm gonna give it another dosage of that. Could use vinegar too. This is interesting though. Have it running under cold water, and the reason why you see it foam like that is because of it has slime. Well, it didn't feel slimy on me, but the conch is of course from the sea, and it has like a sliminess on it. So when you put the citrus, the sour orange, or the lemon and your vinegar, the acidity works and reacts with the slime. And what happens is that it starts to break down that slime, okay? And this is essential. It is essential that you do that. And once I did that, you of course, because you're rubbing the citrus on it and so forth, so it's gonna lather up. So what you're gonna do after you start letting the water, you're gonna let the cool water run on it until it doesn't look foamy anymore. Okay, and at least I know when I want to make some, it's already clean and so forth. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure out a pound on my scale. Here is conch. I'm only making a pound of this. So I'm going to take some of my sour orange. I'm going to take at least, measure out 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, of some sour orange. And something that my aunt always taught me too, that when you make, you're gonna add a little sugar to it, and it does something for the texture and of course the flavor. Okay, so to a pound, I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, 2 teaspoons. Now the thing is, guys, you do not want to add salt. Don't add salt, and I think the reason why is because the salt will toughen it up, and we don't want that, but we do need the acidity. Okay, I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of this, 1/4 cup of my beautiful green seasoning. Okay, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, about a teaspoon, depends on how spicy you want it. Smoked paprika. For green seasoning, I have a few recipes for green seasoning, which I will link in this, which will be linked to this video of how to make your own green seasoning, your own sazon, your own épices, or you could just go to the supermarket and get some. But it's nothing like your own homemade seasoning. Okay, I'm gonna add a little garlic powder. Okay, even though because I love garlic. Okay. All right, and we're going to toss this, and then we're going to boil this with some water here. Okay, and okay, 4 cups of water to my pot, and 2 mops of this. Okay. And this is going to cook. Check it, cover it, medium heat, cover it tightly. If you have a pressure cooker, you in business. Okay, so we'll be back, right, guys? So usually I buy these raw cashew nuts. Just gonna give them a quick little rinse. I'm only gonna use like a half a pound. This is gonna be, yep, that's about it for me. So we're gonna boil it, and once we boil it till it's tender, not overly tender, because we don't want it to become like a mess, like a mush, okay? But I do want to just give it a quick little rinse, boil it on the medium-low heat, and show you how to do that. We'll be gonna add a little onion, and we're gonna add a little bit of garlic clove, okay? Again, you don't have to do that. Don't have to do that. That's just me being extra that I am. Okay, and 1 garlic clove that's slightly crushed. I'm gonna add more water to this, of course. And this has gotta cook until it becomes, so from time to time, we're gonna check it, and I'll show you what texture we're looking for. Cashew is at the right point, you know, pretty much like, you know, it's pretty much, you don't want it like megally. You don't want this like super soft, you know, but let's see. This is right for me. So we're going to drain it, and we are going to put that to the side. Okay. All right, so we got our cashews to the side here. It's been almost 2 hours. really worked. I think because I had tenderized it too. When you do those little slits, or if you pound it, I mean, I didn't so much pound it, but I did those little slits. I think that also helps with it, you know, just being at a nice texture. Basically with this, you have to taste it. I'm gonna let that go for, actually, we're gonna let this go for another 15 minutes. Oil. Okay. And I'm gonna let that get nice and hot. Okay. I'm gonna take the, I'm gonna drain this as a matter of fact, but do not throw the broth away. Do not. I repeat, do not throw that broth away because it is the broth that is going to make your sauce. This is about nice heaping tablespoon. I would say about 2 tablespoons of oil. I mean, of tomato paste. Okay, because we're going to make our sauce. And what we're doing now, guys, we're cooking our tomato paste. Alright. I'm going to add a little bit more green seasoning. Even though I had already added some. Okay. About 1/4 cup more. Okay. And we're going to let that cook. Okay, now I got it on a medium high. I'm just frying this right now. I want to make sure, I don't know if I record that part, but I added about a teaspoon of this here, chicken bouillon. Okay, and we added our conch, and we're just frying it in this. Now the broth, guys, you do not want to throw the broth away again. All right, I have some habanero peppers, some onions, and some peppers, which I'm going to add towards the last part. I already got my cashews. Okay. Okay. This is what you're doing around the edge. Okay. Okay, because right now you're building the flavor. Okay, make sure your tomato is fried well. Okay. Add my sauce here. And if you want to add a little bit more, depends on how much sauce you like. Okay. Okay, let me taste the sauce, taste our salt. Nice. Add a little bit more, delicious. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to add my cashews. Make sure everything, because I don't want to do too much stirring at this point when it comes to when I add the cashews in here, okay? That is so good. A little bit more, about, you know. Okay. Let's get our cashews in here. I forgot to take out these onions, but that's okay. Those onions could stay in there. Okay. You don't want to stir it too much. This is why I like these at this texture, because it's going to continue cooking in the sauce. So I'm going to cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, my loves. As you can see, okay, I did puncture this a little bit. I don't mind a little bit of the heat, not too much, but you know. All right, so now I turned off the stove, and I'm gonna take some of my onions and peppers. Woo, Elie. There you go. Yes. Okay, while my rice is cooking. Okay, we're gonna nestle those beautiful peppers and this in here. It just adds an extra layer of flavor, guys. It really does. Cover it like that and walk away. All right, my love, here we go. Woo, can't wait. Beautiful cashews. The cashews are beautiful texture. Everything just, oh God, I'm sorry, my mouth is salivating. Let me just go in. Wait, maybe Lambi. Here's the cashew. See that? Wait. All right, let's go in. I hope my aunt is proud of me, because I had to call her and be like, Auntie, well, you know, I used to watch her make this, but, you know, I just wanted to make sure I had it right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is so good. Oh, my God. That is perfect. My aunt would love it. It's perfect. Flavors are balanced. And you still have the integrity of the conch. You know, because conch already has this natural flavors. That is so good. Yun, I hope you liked this video. How did I do? That's my aunt's nickname, Yolanda. But, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And leave me your comments and try this recipe and let me know what you think, guys. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. And I want you to do 3 things for me. And that is eat, love, and pray. Oh, yes, baby.